Have you ever felt lonely and misunderstood, as if the whole world was against you? Friedrich Nietzsche, one of history's most influential philosophers, not only knew this feeling, but transformed it into his greatest strength. In this video, we'll explore how Nietzsche converted loneliness into power and how you can do the same. Get ready to discover 3 powerful strategies that will not only alleviate your loneliness, but transform it into a source of creativity, self-knowledge, and inner strength. How can solitude be the catalyst for your personal evolution? How can isolation sharpen your perception of the world? And how can you use these solitary moments to become the best version of yourself? Stay until the end to unravel these secrets and learn to embrace your loneliness as Nietzsche did, transforming it into your philosophical superpower. Friedrich Nietzsche's life and philosophy were deeply influenced by the tumultuous period of 19th century Europe. Born in 1844 in Prussia, now part of Germany, Nietzsche grew up in an era marked by rapid industrialization, scientific advancements, and social upheaval. The traditional religious and moral values were being challenged by new ideas emerging from the Enlightenment and scientific discoveries. This period saw the rise of nationalism, the decline of aristocratic power, and the growing influence of democratic ideals. Nietzsche's Germany was in the process of unification, which would culminate in 1871 under Otto von Bismarck. This political transformation coincided with significant cultural and intellectual movements, including Romanticism and the emergence of modern psychology. Nietzsche's early life was shaped by these forces, as well as personal tragedies. He lost his father at a young age and was raised in a household dominated by women, which some scholars argue influenced his later views on gender and society. Nietzsche's academic career began promisingly with his appointment as a professor of classical philology at the University of Basel at the young age of 24. However, his deteriorating health, including severe migraines and vision problems, forced him to retire early. This physical isolation, combined with his increasingly radical philosophical ideas, led to a life of solitude and wandering. Nietzsche lived through a time of great philosophical ferment, with thinkers like Arthur Schopenhauer and Richard Wagner, both of whom greatly influenced him initially, challenging traditional metaphysics and aesthetics. The rise of historical criticism, especially in biblical studies, also played a crucial role in shaping Nietzsche's thought. His critique of Christianity and traditional morality was part of a broader questioning of established values in European intellectual circles. Nietzsche's ideas, while largely unrecognized during his lifetime, would go on to have a profound impact on 20th century philosophy, psychology, and literature. His emphasis on individual will, creativity, and the embrace of life's challenges resonated with a world grappling with rapid change and the erosion of traditional certainties. Loneliness, for Nietzsche, was not just an imposed condition, but a conscious choice to distance himself from the masses and develop truly original thinking. It's in this context that Nietzsche formulated his ideas on how to transform loneliness into a powerful tool for personal and intellectual growth. Strategy number 1, embracing isolation as an opportunity for self-knowledge. Nietzsche's first strategy for transforming loneliness into power is to embrace isolation as a unique opportunity for self-knowledge. He believed that only when we are truly alone, free from external influences and expectations, can we begin to understand who we really are. Nietzsche argued that society imposes masks and roles on us that often distance us from our true essence. In the silence of solitude, we can finally hear our inner voice and confront our deepest thoughts. This process of self-discovery can be challenging and even painful, but it's essential for personal growth. Nietzsche encourages us to use these moments of isolation to question our beliefs, values, and motivations. By doing so, we can develop a more authentic understanding of ourselves and consequently live a life more aligned with our true desires and potential. But how can we apply this strategy in our daily lives? Start by setting aside daily time for introspection. This can be through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes. During this time, ask yourself deep questions. What are my true values? What really motivates me? What are my deepest fears and insecurities? Don't judge your answers, just observe them with curiosity. Additionally, try spending an entire day alone without technology or external distractions. Use this time to explore your thoughts and feelings. Remember, the goal is not to feel comfortable, but to grow through discomfort. As Nietzsche said, become who you are. This process of self-discovery can be challenging, but it's the first step in transforming your loneliness into a source of power and authenticity. Strategy number 2, using solitude as a catalyst for creativity. Nietzsche's second strategy for transforming loneliness into power is to use it as a catalyst for creativity. Nietzsche believed that great ideas and the most profound works of art emerge when we are alone with our thoughts. He argued that the constant noise of society and the opinions of others can stifle our unique creative voice. In solitude, our mind is free to explore new territories, make unexpected connections, and generate original ideas. Nietzsche saw solitude as a laboratory of the spirit where we can experiment with thoughts and concepts without fear of judgment or ridicule. He himself produced some of his most influential works during periods of intense isolation. For Nietzsche, true creativity doesn't come from following trends or imitating others, but from diving deeply into our own experience and unique perspective of the world. To apply this strategy in your life, start by creating a dedicated space for creativity in your home or in a quiet location. This should be a place where you can be completely alone and free from distractions. Establish a regular creative ritual, whether daily or weekly, where you dedicate yourself exclusively to exploring your ideas. During this time, allow yourself to think freely, without judgment or self-criticism. Experiment with different forms of creative expression, writing, drawing, music, or any medium that resonates with you. Don't worry about the final result. The important thing is the process of exploration. Additionally, practice what Nietzsche called ruminating, spending time deeply reflecting on ideas and concepts. This can involve long, solitary walks, moments of contemplation in nature, or simply sitting in silence. Remember, creativity often flourishes in moments of boredom and discomfort, so resist the temptation to fill every moment with external encouragement. Strategy number 3, cultivating inner strength through solitude. Nietzsche's third and final strategy for transforming loneliness into power is cultivating inner strength. Nietzsche believed that true strength doesn't come from external approval or validation, but from a deep acceptance and affirmation of oneself. He argued that many people fear loneliness because it forces them to confront their own insecurities and weaknesses. However, it's precisely through this confrontation that we can develop true resilience and self-confidence. Nietzsche saw solitude as a test of character, an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can be self-sufficient and emotionally independent. He believed that those who can find contentment and purpose in solitude are truly free, as they don't depend on others for their happiness or sense of worth. This inner strength, cultivated in solitude, allows us to face life's challenges with courage and determination. To apply this strategy, start by practicing radical self-acceptance. This means embracing all aspects of yourself, including your flaws and imperfections. When alone, practice positive affirmations and self-compassion. Challenge yourself to do things alone that you would normally do with others, like going to a restaurant or traveling. This will help build your confidence and independence. Develop a regular self-reflection practice where you honestly evaluate your thoughts, actions, and progress towards your goals. Use solitude as an opportunity to work on challenging personal projects that test your limits and expand your abilities. Remember, inner strength isn't about never feeling weak or insecure, but about learning to embrace and overcome these feelings on your own. As Nietzsche said, "What doesn't kill me makes me stronger." By facing your fears and insecurities in solitude, you'll develop a resilience that will serve you in all aspects of life. Throughout this video, we've explored Nietzsche's 3 strategies for transforming loneliness into power. Embracing isolation as an opportunity for self-knowledge, using solitude as a catalyst for creativity, and cultivating inner strength through solitude. These are not just abstract philosophical ideas, but practical tools you can apply in your daily life. Remember, loneliness doesn't have to be a negative or debilitating experience. When approached with the right mindset, it can become a source of personal growth, creativity, and strength. As Nietzsche taught us, It's in the depths of solitude that we often find our true essence and potential. So the next time you feel lonely, instead of fleeing from this feeling, embrace it as an opportunity for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn about myself in this moment? What creative ideas can I explore? How can I use this experience to become stronger? Remember, some of the greatest thinkers, artists, and leaders in history embrace solitude as an essential part of their creative process and personal development. You can do this too. Start implementing the strategies we discussed today, even if in small steps. Over time, you may discover that loneliness, far from being a burden, becomes a source of power and inspiration in your life. As Nietzsche said, one must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Perhaps it's in solitude that we find this creative and transformative chaos. Thank you for watching, and remember, your loneliness can be your superpower. Use it wisely. Before we wrap up, I'd like to invite you to put into practice what you've learned today. For the next 7 days, challenge yourself to implement at least one of Nietzsche's strategies in your life. Perhaps you can dedicate 15 minutes a day to introspection, or set aside an entire day to explore your creativity in solitude. Or maybe you can challenge yourself to do something alone that you would normally do with others. Share your experience in the comments below. I'm eager to hear how these strategies work for you. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on practical philosophy and personal development, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Also, if you know someone who could benefit from these ideas, share this video with them. Remember, sometimes the greatest gift we can give someone is a new perspective. Until the next video, and remember, your solitude is your strength. Use it well.